It's your girl Gigi from Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab, and we have
Deborah from Deborah's Glad Tidings.
and today we will be doing the brown bag challenge by Cynt and Mo. I saw Tosh Time do this challenge and I thought it would be really fun. The holidays came on and I didn't have time to do it, so me and my girl got together and here we are. Okay, so today we will be doing the challenge and we have our Capri Suns, we have our sandwich, 2 pieces of fruit, and chips. And so I'm going to start off with my childhood story because I think it really applies to this challenge. That's right. It is so funny that we had to do this chips and a sandwich because growing up, you could not give me no type of sandwich without chips. I had to have chips with any sandwich. A tuna sandwich, a mayonnaise sandwich. Yep, mayonnaise sandwiches. We used to eat those. That's right. I see you, Deborah, frowning. Yeah, but we ate mayonnaise sandwiches. We would put bananas on them. We did a lot of stuff. Mayonnaise and ketchup.
Ooh.
Oh, we had some combinations. So whenever I had a sandwich, and to this day, if you could meet my mom, she would tell you she has to have chips with her sandwich. So this was so perfect for me. So we're going to get started. I have also, those of you who are familiar with my channel, you know that I have a gluten intolerance. So I cannot have wheat. So I'm allergic to wheat and some rye, barley, and oats. And I'm also allergic to raw citrus. I can have citrus if it's cooked like whatever you do to cook it. Like if you have spaghetti, I can have spaghetti. The tomatoes won't bother me, but I cannot have an orange. So I elected to do a pear. So I have a red pear. We're gonna get started. And we timing ourselves. It's 9:54 right now. So we getting going. So like I said, when I ate sandwiches, which was a lot because I chose to pick and chose to eat just the same stuff all the time, and my mom was like, "Oh, that's so boring." However, it was never a problem when she made me a brown bag. Deborah has some stories too.
Well, one thing is I couldn't stand brown bag lunches because for one, I never liked the crust on the bread. For two, and even today, I prefer a hot meal with vegetables and stuff like that to eat. And it's rare that I eat sandwiches. If I do, I may go somewhere like Subway, places like that, but it's very rare. I'm always seeking, when I eat out, places that sell hot meal that make it feel more like me eating at home. But the thing is, I was kind of the pickiest eater out of my siblings at home. And so just like now, I don't typically eat brown bag lunches or sandwiches any hour of the day, let alone eat them this early in the morning. So right now I'm kind of feeling like I felt when I was younger. I really don't want to eat this, but this challenge forces me to eat it. So it's like when I was young, I was always the child that my mom would cook stuff that I did not like, and everybody else would eat and wouldn't complain about it, and I would complain that I didn't want to eat it. And one of my all-time meals that she would fix that I absolutely could not stand was those doggone chicken and noodles.
You don't like chicken
Oh
noodles?
my God,
Oh,
I can't stand chicken and noodles. And right today I don't mess with it. But I think a part of it,
I love chicken and noodles.
I think a part of it it's a mental thing. It has something to do with the fact that when that chicken, and even right now, if I eat any chicken, I don't eat the skin. Most time, even if
that's
it's
my favorite part.
And that seems to be most people's favorite part. Even when it's fried chicken, if the skin is loose from the chicken, I don't eat it. I peel it off. And one of the reasons being that when you cook that chicken and noodles, you know that chicken is wet, that skin is slimy and wet. And I was eating it one time and I didn't want to eat it as it was. And
Sis, you need to start eating.
Remember,
it's a challenge.
I know, I'm prep.
This is competition.
Look, prep. So used to prep
she over here
food.
prepping
I'm
her
over here
food.
prepping
I'm almost finished with my second piece of fruit.
I'm over here prepping a bag lunch, y'all. That's how it is. But anyway, with that skin being soft like that, I couldn't chew it as good. I got a big piece lodged in my throat.
Ooh.
And I started choking. And thank God my mom was near, because it went in a way that I couldn't finish swallowing it down, but at the same time I couldn't pull it back up, get it back up.
Oh, okay.
And I was choking, and my mom ran in and she stuck her hand in my throat and was able to get it out.
Oh, wow.
And that left like a bad experience. So I don't, even now today, like I said, I don't eat the chicken skin. Even if it's fried and it's loose from that chicken, it's got to be really tight to the chicken for me to eat.
Oh, wow.
And so
you need it crispy.
Mm-hmm. But even if it's crispy, if it's anywhere loose from that chicken, I'm not going to eat it.
Okay.
It could be crispy. I'm not going to eat it if it's a lot of skin. And
so I know to make sure your chicken is crispy. Okay.
And then the thing is, so I would always tell my mama I didn't want this. Everything she cooked, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You were hungry some days,
I don't like
right?
this. I don't like that. Oh yeah, I was hungry plenty of days. And my mom was so sweet about it. She was saying, "Okay, baby, you don't have to eat it." And I'd be like, "Yes." She said, "Just go take your plate and put it in the refrigerator for tomorrow." And I'd be like, "Oh man." So I thought she was really joking. So the next day she'll fix something I really like. And I think she used to do that on purpose. So when it was time for eat, I would be like the first one at the table. And I'm waiting for the food. She said, "Sweetie, go in there and get your plate out the refrigerator and heat it up. So you can eat your dinner." And I'm saying, I thought that was the cruelest thing.
Oh.
So we might have had that chicken and noodles the day before, and I didn't eat it. And then the next day she'll cook something like collard greens and something I really like.
She put you in a trick bag.
Yeah.
Your mom a gangster.
And then my siblings would be sitting there eating the good stuff, and I got to go eat the chicken. So it was like double torture.
Oh, wow. So one thing about me, it wasn't that I was so picky. I just like to eat the same thing all the time. And things had to be paired well together. Like I said, if I ate a sandwich, I must have chips. And I'm still like that today. All these little food allergies, but I make them work, guys. And the reason why I like to do these challenges is so that I can show someone that's struggling with their diet that it's a must for them to change their diet to make a better quality of life for them, so that they won't be sick or won't be ill because of it. I like to show people that they could still eat pretty much and enjoy themselves when they're eating, even doing challenges, because these chips right here, they are gluten-free and they are so delicious, the Kettle brand. And I chose to eat those with my sandwich just so I could do just a short review on the Kettle brand potato chips honey Dijon. They are gluten-free, no preservatives, and 0 grams of trans fat. So I mean, the challenges are fun, but they also can be informative as well. And I thank Cynt and Mo for doing this challenge, because this is a very great challenge.
And those potato chips are pretty good. I tried to pack the other day. That's another thing. I'm not really a junk food eater like that. I'm not really a chip person. I have to have an urge to eat junk food. So that didn't faze me that you want to give me a pack of chips with a sandwich, because I'm not that big on either one of those. But those actually have a pretty decent flavor.
And then I'm also eating some gluten-free bread. It's Cannon Bakehouse, and this is my first time trying it, and it's honey oat, and it's delicious. So challenges are twofold for me. I'm showing you that we can compete and we can have fun like everybody else, even though we have food allergies. It's ways around food allergies. You just gotta find the things that you really like.
Yeah. Another thing with me with the pickiness, I don't like my foods to touch. That's another weird thing. I don't like the juice running it, like if you had collard greens and rice. I don't like the juice from the collard greens touching my rice. Whatever individual food item I have, I have them separate. And they tease me because a lot of people, they'll just dive right in and just eat, mix the stuff. They'll scoop up some rice with the collard greens. And I'm like trying to keep my food separated. And then if I'm gonna eat the corn, I'm gonna eat all of the corn. Then I'm gonna eat the collard greens. Then I'm gonna eat the rice. So I don't like my food touching.
I really don't have a problem putting away food. I could get rid of some food.
Most people would say, well, it's all going to the same place. I'm like, yeah, but let mine go separate. It's like, even when I go buy ice cream, it's the funniest thing. And Gigi and I went by Baskin Robbins the other day, and she didn't say anything. I don't know if she even paid any attention because I had another whole issue with the person fixing my ice cream. But I have this thing where I get ice cream and I have certain flavors that I like. So, like, for instance, I like Cherry Jubilee, I like cookies and cream, I like pistachio, I like praline and cream, stuff like that. So I may order a hand pack half and half. So if I order Cherry Jubilee and I order pistachio, I always say to them something like, could you put if you put them one on top of the other, can you put the could you put the pralines and cream at the bottom, please? Put the Cherry Jubilee on top. And I've had the cashier ask me, well, whoever's fixing ice cream, does it make a difference? I'm like, well, of course it makes a difference. If it didn't make a difference, I wouldn't tell you to fix it that way. They're looking at me kind of crazy. Well, it's because I said I don't want the ice cream to taste like one flavor. I want to taste each individual flavor. And some flavors are stronger than others. Okay. And so the pralines and cream flavor will overtake the Cherry Jubilee flavor.
Oh, okay.
And that's why. So even with my ice cream, it's like, because really if I could tell them to put it in 2 separate cups, I would tell them that too. Because at some point the ice cream starts to melt one into the other.
So in other words, you are super picky.
Yeah, I'm very, very picky. I'm so picky. When my husband and my son, if we be out, if we happen to go to a drive-through restaurant, and I would be sitting in the passenger side, I would say to them, tell them I want, and they'd be like, no. And they'd lean back and like, no, tell people what you want. I'm like, just tell people, and they're like, no, I'm not going to go through all that. You know, or if we went to a restaurant that had combos and we went inside, and I'd be like, can I have the number 1? But instead of this, can I have that in place of it off the number 3? And they're like, that's why it's a combo. It's already fixed the way. I'm like, no, I can get it the way I want if I'm paying my money, you know. So I'm a super, super picky eater. And I kind of eat some of the same stuff too. Because I have another girlfriend that always say, you are like so
calculated.
Yeah, and you eat the same thing all the time. You don't, you know. So yeah, I'm a super picky eater, and my family all know. Not only I'm a slow eater.
And that's what I like about YouTube. It made me expand my palate. I don't eat the same things over and over now because I want to show something different all the time. So I'm exploring and tasting a whole lot of different things, and the challenges are making me branch out and get out of my comfort zone. So that's why I enjoy doing these challenges.
Well, I expand to eat different things, but it's just if I find something I like, when I'm ordering stuff, it's going to always be that same, especially if it's to a restaurant. Like, for instance, when I go to Carrabba's, I like their pasta easy. And I keep saying I'm going to try something else on the menu, but every time I go back, I always order that same thing.
And I've actually gone to Carrabba's a few times when I'm traveling for work. They're normally by my hotel, and they have several gluten-free options that are delicious.
Good.
And they take extra care with my food. So if you're gluten-free and you want pasta, try Carrabba's.
And that's another thing. I eat slow, and so my family would also make a big deal about that. We would go out to a restaurant. They hated to go eat out. And see the thing, and my family would go to eat out, but I can't stand takeout. I really absolutely, because for one, by the time I like to sit down and eat. I don't like this driving in the car eating stuff, and I can't stand it. By the time I get where I'm going, after I order takeout, to me my food is cold, and I don't like reheating it, and I don't like cold food. So I prefer if I'm gonna eat right in the restaurant. But nobody likes to eat in the restaurant with me because they said we're gonna be there all day.
All day.
And I remember we went out one time. We all had dinner and everything. So everybody's looking at me and they're like, "You literally gonna chew that food like the people tell you 100 times, each mouthful." And it's just that I do it without thinking about it. I just chew my food well, and I don't know if it again has something to do with that chicken skin experience, but I chew my food a lot, each bite, mouthful. And everybody's finished, and they're looking at me, and they're like, "You're not in the mood for dessert, are you?" And I'm like, "I'm still eating my food. How would I know if I'm in the mood?" And they're sitting there. They said, "Well, we were just trying to figure out and calculate how much more time we need to sit here and watch you eat. So if you order dessert, we know that's gonna take another hour, so they make fun. So they can't stand when I say let's eat in. They really can't. None of my family, but it is what it is. Yeah. But Gigi's so good about it, she don't bother me. She'll let me sit there as long as I need to sit there.
This my road dog right here. Wherever I go, I need backup, all I do is call Deborah. That's all I gotta do. She'll be there.
I'm actually trying to eat kind of fast, trying.
Challenges
Gigi got me talking.
Can be very, very, very challenging. Because I forgot to buy the brown bag at the grocery store. And I stopped in several different places to get brown bags. And everybody wanted me to get these little tiny bags that you stick a beer in. They thought I would have a beer or something. They thought I was going to chug a little early in the morning. I was like, you don't have a bag bigger than that? I went to 4 different places. So this challenge was sort of a challenge. However, it was still fun.
The challenge to set up and get to the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I had to move around.
I don't know how you doing over there, but I finished my sandwich.
You finished your sandwich? Oh,
yep.
Good.
It's my last piece of banana.
I don't want to break the news to you.
I've started on my chips.
The only thing I got left is my Capri Sun.
Oh, shoot. I guess I'm losing this one again.
Oh, yeah, you losing. You losing bad, sis.
Well, that excess talking threw me off even the more.
Well, you have to tell your childhood story.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm slow when I don't talk. Eating, I'm slow. Well, it looks like Gigi.
This is sort of a getting to know each other challenge right here.
Mm-hmm.
All the stories that come along with the meal. Great idea, Cynt and Mo.
So Gigi has an extra challenge because when we're eating and like she fixed this bag lunch, or if she cooked food, she's mindful of not only her gluten allergies, but also my health challenges, in addition to me being so picky. But she's kind of look like she's kind of got it, because she's like, yeah, I know you want this, or you don't like this, or but she rarely fixes anything, prepares any food that I don't like. So she's got a lot she's thinking about while she's preparing a meal for the two of us.
Yeah, it's fun though, because I enjoy watching people enjoy their food. That's why I cook. I like to see other people enjoy food. Most of the food that I cook, I don't even eat myself. And I give people gluten-free food and they don't even know it. They have no idea because a lot of it is just naturally gluten-free.
Well, since you beat me,
Look,
I'm
I'm done, guys.
She gonna take it to the head.
I am done.
Well, since
done.
you beat me, there's no sense in me faking the funk, cause I'm full
You full.
and I haven't finished my chips. I got 4 pieces of apple left. I am gonna eat those and drink my Capri Sun.
Well, I didn't beat, I'm pretty sure, nobody's time because we got so engrossed in our conversation, our childhood stories. However, I truly enjoyed this challenge. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab, and
Deborah's sGladTidings.
we love you, we appreciate you, and we thank God for you. We do not edit, so I will be getting up to turn off the camera. Thank you, and have a blessed day.